Oh. Wait, are you starting again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hello. 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 We've got some Fortnite monies that Freddy Fazbear's trying to go after. It's kind of scary. Here's what you should do. You should open up the door and let him in. I think that's the best advice that anyone's ever told me. Is just let Freddy Fazbear into your life. He's not trying to scare you. He's trying to be your friend.
But does he even exist?
He does.
Yes, he does.
See, they're gonna drop Freddy Fazbear onto Russia, and that's gonna be a very scary day.
Yeah, we already saw him in the Middle East.
Yeah, we did. So yeah, Freddy Fazbear, look out. He's gonna. What the fuck?
We saw him in the Middle East. And
We
now
did.
He's gonna.
He was in Nam.
Yeah.
That was a very scary time. If you saw Freddy Fazbear in Nam, you kind of knew you were fucked. On either side, he's like the Dominion. He doesn't care who is killed. He doesn't matter the side. He just shows up and slaughters.
At least he helps give us the advantage.
And then sometimes he didn't. Sometimes he just walked in
Yeah.
and absolutely fucking murdered people. But anywho. So, as we said on our last podcast episode, we are going to create the sequels for our Batman movie. And if you haven't seen the episode, because it dropped yesterday, we can mention it a little bit. So, can you recap the story of our Batman movie before we discuss making its sequels?
So instead of Batman's parents dying, it's just Martha and Thomas. He's already sort of a bad father and a horrible person, but he becomes even worse after that, and he leaves his son and just on the streets in an orphanage, maybe, or maybe not, maybe
Probably.
just alone in a mansion. Doesn't matter, but yeah, he just leaves them, and yeah, and his Bruce uses that, and it sort of dissects, because a lot of people are like, well, if he didn't have that money, would he still be Batman? And this is sort of the answer to that. Like, yeah, he would still be Batman at the end of the day. And so, while Clayface is the bad guy, we're using inspiration from The Batman, the animated series, where he was an ex-cop, and Batman didn't get there to save him on time, so it's just a guy who also wants vengeance on the people who did that to him. And he's trying to get to Thomas Wayne, because it was Thomas Wayne who did that to him with the help of Jonathan Crane and Hugo Strange.
Who, I'll chime in just a second here. They are trying to create a drug that they can put on the streets, so they, aka Thomas, who's mayor, so he can stay elected. He, with the help of those two scientists, create a drug that they put on the streets, so they can invest more into cops who are all under his control. And basically, he's just trying to sort of stay in power as long as he can, as he's slowly damaging everything in the city via the politics, the police force, the hospitals. He's slowly just trying to fuck everything over so he can stay in power. This is where Batman chimes in, and then you can keep going.
Well, that's sort of the overarching theme of the trilogy, too, is Jonathan Crane and Hugo Strange doing things. It's kind of a weird team-up, but not really. But anyway, yeah. And Thomas Wayne also hit... What we did to Wayne Tech is it's like Stark Tech, except... Well, it is Stark Tech. They just sell weapons. They don't really care which side. They just sell weapons. But Tony didn't know who he was selling his to, but Thomas definitely knows who he's selling his stuff to. And that's what also makes him kind of evil. So,
Yeah, we just wanted to make him the most evil fucker probably in existence. Well, not existence, but he's an evil fucker. Absolutely.
Alfred is also with Thomas Wayne. Alfred doesn't really become Alfred until the second one, I assume. And I also assumed that Clayface would like switch back and forth between Clayface and Batman, so then we can see Clayface wreaking havoc on the streets, and then working his way up to get to Thomas Wayne.
And that's similar to what Batman is doing. And you might be thinking, well, where's Gordon? Well, we'll tell you. Gordon is the one non-corrupt cop. He is the one lone, good-hearted man in the force who understands Thomas Wayne's corruption in the police force. Batman, working alongside Gordon, is slowly trying to get to Clayface as well as Thomas. And now you can probably bring up the finale, unless we're missing something. There's also going to be cameos from, like, mobsters who are getting these drugs. And a big thing that I think we're going to do in these sequels is the ramifications of creating a drug like this that gives people powers, and that they tested on for Clayface, who can now shapeshift and stuff. It's going to be kind of... It's going to be a big thing that has a lot of ramifications in the Batman universe.
Yeah, it would be kind of weird to get rid of people's origins for this pill, but it's there for the larger narrative and make it more cohesive, I guess. Yeah.
And some people's origins will still be the same. Maybe they take the pill for some reason, or they get a copious amount of it and they become, like, really powerful. We'll get to it when it happens for these sequels. And a side note, just a small thing, Batman is super low level. He doesn't have a high-tech suit. He doesn't have, like, a bunch of, you know... He's very limited on his resources, but it doesn't matter, because he uses his skills. He did train with Ra's al Ghul. We won't see it, but he'll mention it. He'll be trained by Ra's al Ghul to basically be a good hunter, you know, a good detective, even without the technology. Alongside this, Lucius Fox will be his sort of small-time tech dealer.
Oh, yeah.
As well, Harvey Dent. We're doing sort of a similar thing we did with our Lex Luthor and Superman. In that story, we had Lionel Luthor as the bad guy in the first one, and we sort of leave the suspense about, is Lex Luthor going to be next? Is he going to be a big bad later? And we sort of keep people in suspense about that. Anything could turn him evil, you know, especially with all the stuff that's going to happen to him throughout that trilogy. It's the same thing here in this Batman universe with Harvey Dent, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
He's going to be a... We did mention this, but we'll bring it up now. We think Harvey Dent doesn't need to get acid on his face to be Two-Face.
Yeah, because the acid face thing is more of just actual physical representation that he's a two-sided bitch. But what if it's metaphorical?
Yeah, we're gonna have Two-Face in it. He's gonna be a corrupt DA. You know, we're not. You don't know if he's evil. You don't know if he's corrupt in this first one. He helps you out, helps Batman out. I'm just saying you as in the perspective of we're here with Batman, but he helps Batman out, and you're not sure if he's just gonna turn evil, if he's already evil. You don't know exactly where he's at, and that's gonna sort of leave us in suspense when it becomes later down the line and more crazy things start to happen. Let's see here. We do have Falcone and Maroni in this movie, but I feel like just for cameos. They're not going to be in it for too much. We can use them later with all the power pills, which we kind of just took that from. We kind of just took that from the boys a little bit. Yeah, I'm also thinking Harvey Bullock will sort of represent the corrupt cops as opposed to Gordon. Harvey Bullock, he's sometimes important, like he's really important in the Gotham show, but like that's about it.
He was in that show. He was Gordon's best friend, and that was kind of it. He was also just a good cop.
Well, in this one, he's not.
I always thought that was Harvey too. He's not a good cop.
Not really. No.
He's the dynamic between the two.
But yeah. Let's see here. We got into castings, and we're gonna get not a no name, but we're gonna get someone a little different for Batman. We're gonna be getting Michael Evans Belling. He hasn't been in much. In fact, if you look at his IMDb, he's been in about 6 things in his career so far. So he's 26. He's pretty young so far for someone acting. And we're going to be like, well, he hasn't been in a lot of good things. When you see the ratings, it's not very great. But we're going to give the man a chance as Batman. He's got the physique. And, you know, with a good script and a good director, you can get any good performances out of people, I feel like.
Yeah.
My rule for actors is anyone can act. You just got to give them the right part. So we're going to try that out with this one.
Even Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau. Maybe. We have Mark Rylance as Alfred. He won't be in it as much in this movie. He'll show up more as a father figure in the sequels, probably. Thomas Wayne, we have Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. Lucius Fox, we have Delroy Lindo. Harvey Dent, we have Jamie Dornan. Brian Tyree Henry, we have as Clayface. It's kind of weird because he plays Miles Morales' dad in the Spider-Verse movies, who's also a cop. So we're just going to take that, put in live action, and he's an evil bad guy. Cop thing. We have Eva Mendes as Martha Wayne because you don't like Place Beyond the Pines and you wanted her to die.
Yeah, she was awful.
So,
like she wasn't awful, but her character was awful.
So we're gonna take that and we're just gonna kill her off. Let's see here. Carmine Falcone, we have Michael Madsen. This is a funny one. This next one's a funny one. Salvatore Moroni is played by Rob Gronkowski.
Gronk.
Hell yeah. Gordon, we have Ethan Hawke. I mean, he's playing Batman in a fucking Hot Wheels show. So I think he'll do it, you know. Although to be fair, that's like a day in a booth as opposed to showing up on set for several weeks. So maybe he'd dig it. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Harvey Bullock will be David Harbour. Hugo Strange will be Stephen Yeun. Jonathan Crane will be Robert Englund. We were sold on the Injustice one and him being Scarecrow, so we're just going to take that. And then we have director and composer Michael Giacchino taking over for both. We saw Werewolf by Night, and that was probably one of the better things of Phase 4. So I think give him some money, give him an interesting tone and a setup, and then this will be, I think, a pretty good movie. I'm pretty proud of this one. Some of them, like Cyborg, more specifically like Shazam and Aquaman, we sort of just half-assed patched some stuff together. But in this one, we got a lot out of it, and I think it was pretty cool to have it all come together like that. So now you can tell us about the ending of this Batman movie, because we didn't talk about that.
Well, Clayface kills Thomas Wayne, and then he uses his powers to transform into Batman and frame Batman. Sounds too fanficky to me, if we're not going to do anything with it in the sequel.
Well, I think we are, because Batman is going to have to sort of not only fight the drugs that are on the street, but he's also going to have to, you know, fight as Batman to get his name back. And the thing is, Gordon can, like, vouch for him, but it's like one good cop in a sea of corrupt cops that show up and saw Batman murder someone, supposedly. And this is going to sort of keep up that dynamic of good cops versus bad cops. And we're gonna... That's the only person that dies, I think, is just Thomas Wayne. So there's still a bunch of characters that we can pull from for this sequel. But the ending is Thomas dies, and he... As much of a shitty person as he is, he's still shitty, but he basically is like, well, you know what? What if I gave my money to Bruce, you know, as like a try to repent for his sins, I guess. So at the end of the movie, Bruce Wayne is now a billionaire, and now that's another thing on his plate that he's got to deal with that he wasn't prepared for.
Now he has to run the company too.
And his first action is to buy out Lucius's smaller tech company.
And put him on the board.
Yep. So he can have someone he can trust on the board. So yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ready to do the sequel?
Or it's not even a buyout, it's just a merger, so they can call it Wayne Fox.
Wayne Fox?
Fox Wayne.
Well, I mean, Wayne's massive. Fox is like a small tech company. So I feel like it would be a buyout. And then they could just put him on the board.
Yeah, that sends a bad message.
Just buy small companies.
Yeah,
Steal
buy
them.
small companies. Steal them. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm thinking... We did bring up some ideas for the sequel when we were getting dinner. So, let's start off with what we want in this sequel. Because we've never fully in-depth gone through sequels. We've mentioned stuff for sequels, like Superman. We did talk quite a bit about sequels, but we didn't get in-depth like we tried to with the first movie. So we've never done this before. So maybe how we go about it might be different. I'm not sure. We'll see. But for starters, there were two things we wanted to add that we kind of agreed on. We want Catwoman and we want a Robin in this one. So I think we should start there with Catwoman and Robin. So Catwoman wasn't really on my mind, and then you brought her up. And then I was like, oh yeah, we might have to. So what do you think we should do with Catwoman in this sequel story?
Well, I like the idea of having no villain in this one.
No, like, main villain?
Yeah, no main villain. We just have a bunch of little cameos from other villains, and it's just Batman, because he's trying to deal with all of his issues at once. You know, he's got relationship issues, he has to run a company, he's dealing with the corruption, and he's dealing with this personal trauma.
He's trying to deal with, you know, being framed for murder.
And being framed for murder. He's got a lot on his plate, and I think adding just a main villain to it would be a lot. But otherwise, the main villain would just be Jonathan Crane and Hugo Strange again. But they're not really... Well, they are a force, but they're not.
I feel like they're gonna be in this third one.
Yeah.
Mostly Scarecrow, I think, will get physical somehow. Hugo Strange was always a psychological threat. But I think... For Robin, you told me you want Tim Drake.
Yeah, but for the sake of the universe, yeah, Dick Grayson makes more sense, but on a logical level, Tim Drake makes more sense, because I don't like the fact that Batman kidnaps kids and forces them to be crime fighters, but maybe there's a way Dick Grayson could work too.
So, Dick Grayson, I think, sort of like how Lego Batman movie did, just a little bit. There's, like, an event that causes his parents to, like, die. Maybe it's, like, in the opening, and there's, like, a robbery. Maybe it's, like, a low-level villain, like Flamingo or some shit, and his parents are killed. Maybe they work at, like, a jewelry store. and Robin, or Dick Grayson, he sees his parents die, and he doesn't really know what to do. And then Batman's there, and he's trying to fight Flamingo, and he beats him up pretty quickly. But I think from that point, I don't know if we merge them, but like Dick Grayson seeking Batman as opposed to just getting kidnapped, basically, might make it a little less creepy. Because I think he understands that Bruce Wayne lost his parents and did very well.
Oh, so maybe because in the Lego Batman, he approaches Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
It's
about
like, hey,
being like adopted or something.
Yeah, I know your parents died too. It's like, what? He doesn't see that yet, but Dick Grayson sees that they both kind of need each other.
Yeah,
but Batman doesn't.
And
or they both could help each other. Not they don't need each other, but they could help each other because they both are going through the same thing.
It's just he lost his parents over like a decade and a half, and his parents just died like a couple days ago. So like there's someone fresh to the trauma, and then there's someone that has been slowly dealing with it throughout the past several years.
Yeah.
So like Batman's able to kind of impart ways to help, but he's also new to it as well because he just lost his dad. How far past the first one are you setting this?
I think it should have bigger gaps.
Okay. So are we talking?
Because then we have time for Batman to have a new suit. He can have a new
and larger rogues gallery.
He can have his rogues gallery developed in the back.
Yeah, we can see because it's we have all of ours set in the 60s. So in this one, I think maybe there's newspapers that sort of establish villains that are referenced to, mostly in the Flash. Maybe we'll see shit like Polka Dot Man, then canonically the Flash would have to it'd have to exist after the 3 Batman movies, because we mentioned Scarecrow a bit, but
it would
when it releases, we could just say Scarecrow exists or something.
But the Flash would make sense being after, because I thought there was a joke. The whole joke is that he's a joke compared to the other superheroes, so everyone else is established, but he's still fighting his lower rogues gallery.
Yeah. And he fights Mr. Inconvenience, man. Minor inconvenience, man. But I think... So how do we inject Catwoman into this story? Unless that's a thing in the third one. I'm not sure.
See, that's a good question, too.
Because I'm kind of just thinking about, I do want there to be, some stakes. But, I also do like that it's just, a character study. Where he's just trying to juggle all these things. And there's just, more and more getting added on. And we did mention, a bad guy that could be, considered a main bad guy, but, maybe not, is Agent Orange, who is a Vietnam vet that I think was sent to Arkham and was given no care. So when he was released, he's sort of fighting the health system, I think, because they just don't help vets and they don't help people struggling mentally. But he takes it in a way that's more violent. So he's change the system or I'm gonna fucking bomb you with gas. Maybe Jonathan Crane or Hugo Strange, or both, probably both, come up with something that he would use, that he could threaten the city with. That was an idea we talked about yesterday. Maybe not to that extent, but yeah, there's just a
I
lot
don't
of
know
moving.
about this one, maybe the third one, but
Yeah,
because that would be a lot for this one.
there are a lot of moving pieces, and I'm sort of just trying to figure out how we can, because a lot of these feel very segmented. There's just like personal trauma in like with this one bubble, and then there's this bubble with he fights bad guys for a little bit. And there's this bubble with like Catwoman who's hot. It's just like right here somewhere. And then there's relationships with Robin and Alfred and Lucius. And then there's just corrupt cops. There's like a lot of bubbles. I'm not sure how we can turn it into like an Olympics ring where they all just connect. I mean, some of them connect. The corrupt cops and trying to deframe himself. Those connect a lot. But I'm just curious what you think we should do with it.
I think Clayface shouldn't be thrown in jail, and he has to go get Clayface again, and try and get him to confess that it wasn't Batman or something.
Oh yeah, like he has to confess that he turned into Batman to frame him.
Yeah.
Maybe he just casually puts him in a very heated area, and he just starts crisping up.
He tortures. So you're saying he,
no, like that's a joke. That's a joke. Yeah, there's a lot of pieces, so I'm curious how we're gonna figure this out. I think a possibility is that as Batman is taking out more and more villains, the city trusts him a lot more, but the people in power don't. And that will be like a dichotomy that we can use. So maybe in the final act, Batman is like arrested and goes to court.
But without his suit being taken off?
Well, he keeps it on, so it's like funny how he's just standing on a court and he's able to just has like a Batman suit. And yeah, like the final part is like a courtroom drama maybe, and that's where we can see Harvey Dent's true colors and how much of an asshole he is.
But he has to be corrupt in order to... Because I think he should be helping Batman, because, he's for the people still. But he's still being corrupt to help Batman.
Okay, so maybe he's like...
Because then there's still that two sides of the coin.
He is torturing Clayface. So, the police are tracking Batman, and he's trying to get a confession out of Clayface. The police show up and arrest them both. And Clayface is, like, tortured by Harvey Dent to get a confession. And he does, but he's doing it in a corrupt way when Batman is just trying to discuss it with him. I guess.
Or he is still being, like the bad cop, but Harvey's even harsher by making him crisp.
Crisp. Does he kill Clayface?
That would be a lot.
It would. I'm just curious if we go that far.
No, because he still has to confess and clear Batman's...
I know, so like, okay, so he gets a confession. There is a confession. And basically what ends up happening is after he confesses, Batman is put on the stand and the relationships that he's been forming throughout the movie, they're witnesses that end up getting Batman his freedom. And basically, at the end of the movie, he's found not guilty. And they find that Clayface framed him. So, like, the whole movie's going to this courtroom part. And it's sort of... that's where the melding point of all of the plot lines will be. Sort of.
Oh, maybe that's when he now in the courtroom he finds out that Hugo Strange and Jonathan Crane are behind it because of Clayface's confession.
Oh.
So then we can use that for the third one, and that's why he goes after them in the third one.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. And yeah, Robin, who's been working with them, can confess, no, he didn't do anything. My parents or whatever were murdered and he helped out or something.
I think we should have just Dick Grayson in this one and then Robin in the third one.
Oh. So does he know that Bruce Wayne's Batman?
Yeah, he can find out.
Okay.
But he's just not Robin yet. Maybe at the end Batman's like, yeah, I could use a fellow crime fighter.
A fellow crime
And then the third then we don't have to have the
Then we
training
have an
and-
Adam West montage.
at the like as the credits scroll,
Yeah.
you can see it in the background. Adam
Yeah,
West montage.
or like- Yeah, the start of the credits where it's like directed by, and then the actors. It's like the Adam West recreation montage.
Or it ends like the Schumacher movies did with, but this is the first time you see Robin's suit in live action with them running on the rooftop towards the camera.
Oh,
It's just very shittily.
Yeah, we'll just have the original song, I think.
Yeah.
Or like an updated version by Michael Giacchino.
The thing is, I don't want to put the work into making Robin. Robin would just do it off screen.
Okay. Yeah, he is Robin now.
Yeah, he's Robin now, guys.
So yeah, maybe there are like police like Harvey that say, oh no, he's corrupt and he's awful and he murdered Thomas. They're great Thomas. And then yeah, basically all of the characters, not all of them, but a lot of the characters throughout the two movies will show up in this one. Clayface will confess, Harvey will lie, Dick Grayson's kind of chilling there. But yeah, I think. Do we need Catwoman for this?
No, not for this
I don't
one.
think
Probably
so.
not.
Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. Is this movie like he'll fight some bad guys? He's trying to connect with Dick Grayson, his new son, and Alfred as like a new father figure. He's battling cops with Gordon, and at the end of the second act, he's arrested, and he's put into court for murder, basically. But this third act could be a bit more comedic than I think the rest of the movie.
Because it's a court case.
Yeah. Normally court cases aren't funny. Mostly they're boring. But because we could do whatever the fuck we want, I think this one could be a little more funny.
And
like it's more sincere too. Like with Dick Grayson, he can give like a little monologue that's all charming and stuff. But I think for the most part, we could be pretty funny in this one.
I think Alfred should have even been his father figure when his father was there too.
Like for Batman?
Before Martha died and he wasn't on the streets.
Also like flashbacks and stuff.
Or it could just be, established in some way. Alfred's still the father figure to Bruce even back then, because no Thomas.
But yeah, no, I like that. It's just like he was separated from him because of, Thomas abandoning him. So it's like been several years since he's seen Alfred, and so it's a nice reunion, but there's a disconnect because it's been so long. Like he doesn't feel like he has a father, or like his father is his only father. But then we get a moment where they can like reconnect, and it's
They play catch.
No, not catch. What?
They play catch in the backyard or in their billionaire mansion.
I don't know if they play catch. It's kind of cheesy. No, I think they reconcile. Alfred will learn because Batman's been keeping it a secret. That Bruce has been keeping it a secret, but he finally tells Alfred and Dick Grayson that he's Batman. Yeah, this one's a little more sincere and like personal and shit. The first one was kind of actiony, even though we didn't describe any of the action scenes, but still. Do we add anything else, or is that a decent?
Yeah, that's decent. I want to
Launch
get on
point.
the third one because I want to get into Scarecrow.
Okay, well here's the thing: we gotta cast Robin,
That's true.
because we can use him for, sequels and Teen Titans eventually when we get there.
I swear to God, they're just gonna have old people. Nobody wants someone young to play.
Channing Tatum, cringe.
Let's just find that one that had a bunch. There.
Well, yeah, but they're all old. Oh,
That's why we're not going to Dick Grayson. We're going to
Tim Drake.
another one. Jeez. Or even if they have Damian Wayne on here, because usually people have Damian Wayne super young.
Timothy. Oh, Timothy. Yeah, they're all just fucking Stranger Things kids. It's cringe.
It's because they only know 5 actors.
It's true. Oh, you did miss Damien. He's up more.
Oh, he's right there.
Da, da, da.
That's based.
Yeah, it is kind of based. Young Sheldon. Bazinga. I don't know. And Billy Crystal. Yes. Josh. God damn it. And Chris O'Donnell. That's pretty cringe, I think.
It's cringe. I'm gonna say no. That's kind of based.
Finn Wolfhard is an awful choice.
Yeah.
It's off. It's pretty
choice.
bad. I don't know. No one's good.
That's why I think unknown child actor.
Unknown child actor? Okay.
Yeah. We're doing an unknown for once.
No, we have an unknown for Wonder Woman.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's like a big character, and we're just like, we'll get someone no one knows.
Yeah.
So what are we calling the second one?
Batman.
The first one that you was pretty funny. A clay to remember. That's pretty good.
To vengeancey for justice.
That's a lot. That's a mouthful. Vengeancey?
Too much vengeance.
Batman
for
personal
one.
trauma this time.
Too much vengeance for one traumatized adult.
It's like the unbearable weight of massive talent. Or no, we just come up with a very like egotistical title for Batman, world's greatest detective, or some shit.
Yeah, Batman, world's greatest detective.
But he has just zero detective work in this movie.
I think he does.
That's not true. He talks to Clayface once.
Yeah, you see. Or maybe he's asking all the mobsters where Clayface is. That's why he's beating the mobsters up.
So, okay. I'm thinking, like, what villains does he stumble upon throughout the movie? I think Flamingo being a shitty villain, but somehow killing Dick Grayson's parents is kind of funny, but also, like, in a way, makes sense. Like, who are we thinking?
I think Kite
for
Man.
villains? Kite Man?
And I think that Bill Hader
Is this where-
is kind of based.
Is this where we're gonna get all of our castings? Is this like shitty villains? Well,
Yeah.
I kind of like Kite Man, Flamingo, Kite Man. Oh yeah, cameo from Bill Hader. That's kind of funny. Who were other shitty villains? We're gonna have to scroll down. He's gonna have a bunch.
Yeah, so, oh, shit, it's done. Calendar Man.
Oh yeah, Calendar Man. We're gonna have a shitty Calendar Man. Not one that's like, good. Sean. You just get him back. Benny Safdie's a funny choice. I kind of like that. Yeah, I mean, Benny Safdie's doing Star Wars. I think he's enough of a no more indie person we could shove into a Batman movie. I wish we could have Matthew Lillard, but he's already Lionel. I'm glad we're on consensus that David Arquette is right at the bottom.
This is Calendar Man?
Benny Safdie. Yeah, we should just do Benny Safdie.
Yeah.
Safdie. Let's do like one more shitty villain.
Alright.
Owl Man. Condiment King. Oh my god. Eric Andre.
Eric Andre.
Condiment King. Oh my god, we can recreate that one animated series. A Doug Walker. Doug Walker. I like the Eric Andre bit. That's pretty funny. I don't know if they're doing that, like, ironically. Yes. Yes. Can we just do Eric Andre?
Yeah, that's extremely based.
God damn it. Alright. Who are we getting as Flamingo? Just for the hell of it. We're just gonna get some extremely... Get like an A-list superstar. Just play Flamingo for like a minute. Creeper. Oh man.
So way back in the mind, got a picture swinging from side to side, side to side.
Diego Luna. Harry Styles. He would do it.
Yeah, he would do it.
He would do
superhero movie. Let's go.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's a go to the theater movie. Chris Pine's just it's a go to the movie theater kind of movie. It's a movie. Chris Pine's just like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Alright, now a more serious one. We do gotta find our Dick Grayson.
Oh, I thought we were going for an unknown.
Oh, you're right. I kind of forgot about that. Okay. Now it's time for a third one. So we'll just oh fuck. We'll just do this round. Okay. Third one. It's out in the open. Hugo Strange and Jonathan Crane are the ones behind the drugs. I like how we were like, yeah, the drugs make people super powerful. Like, they gave Clayface powers. And then we just picked the most unpowerful and idiotic villains possible. I got the powers of condiments. I got the powers of Flamingo. I'm just slightly taller than normal. That's like a joke. I'm slightly taller than normal. It's like, how tall were you? 5'9". What are you now? 5'10". It's like, oh my god. He has to be stopped. Although that's the man that killed Dick Grayson's parents. It's like dark, but it's also a little funny. I just love that Arkham meme. It's like, that's actually pretty funny. It's like, it is pretty funny. He's just fucking dying. You know what I would have done after all of that? I would have saved you. That's actually pretty funny. He's fucking dying. Okay. So third one. Dick Grayson is Robin. Oh, what the flying hell? What is this?
Oh, that's just the... Oh, that... Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh, okay then. Anywho. So basically, we have Batman and Robin tracking down Jonathan Crane and Hugo Strange. This is... We should take an Arkham approach. And have it just, like, go from a small personal story, for the most part, for these past two, to grand as fuck.
Just huge, big scale.
Big scale action. We've got, like, dozens of villains. The movie's like 3.5 hours, maybe 4. We just take a personal story that was building these characters. You know, we get to learn more about these mobsters over the past 2 movies. We know more about Alfred and everything. Well, we build everything up in the first 2, so there's stakes in this third one. So the second one is pretty comedic. This third one could have some comedy, but I'm thinking we're getting giant action in this one. So I'm thinking Prison Break and Arkham Asylum, villains that Batman has fought, hasn't fought, people that go to Arkham, that go to Gotham during the chaos. We get a fuckload of villains that just sort of do like a Gotham, like an Arkham Origins, Arkham Knight thing, where there's like a bunch of people that just start getting territory. Because, like, the mobsters have been there the whole time, sort of capitalizing on the chaos. The corrupt cops join in. There's, like, barely any police force. It's literally just solely down to Batman and Robin to figure out how to stop it. And in the background, Jonathan Crane is setting up a fear toxin that he's been testing. And he's going to basically drop it on the city. And he's going to fucking annihilate everyone. And he's going to try and basically just... He's power hungry. But Hugo Strange, he's got a different idea of what's going to go down, you know? Because you said you had an idea for Scarecrow.
Well, no. Well, I mean, instead of Scarecrow wanting to rule, what if he also just wants to help by gassing everyone? He thinks that the fear toxin will keep everyone under control.
Oh, so like everyone's slaves, basically?
Yeah, he's using it as a weapon to...
Oh, so it's kind of like Sinestro in our Green Lantern pitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then Batman, he'll use that as a tool to get them to change, not just go back to Arkham.
Oh, so like every villain is got toxin on them, is what you're saying?
No, or what? No, no, Scarecrow wants to gas the city because he's still a good guy, but he has different motives for how he's gonna deal with the criminals.
Oh, so like Hugo Strange is like a sole bad guy.
Yeah.
But Jonathan Crane is enough of a good guy to try and change it.
Because they still want to gas the city, but he just does. He's still blinded by the fact that he thinks that his drug is gonna work, but it's not. Because putting fear in everyone is not a good idea.
No.
So.
And then Hugo Strange can murder him.
Yeah.
And
but
then
he
sort
has
of
to
just
turn
take
into
over.
a giant hook monster first.
I love the fucking design of Injustice 2, dude. I love just swinging a giant hook around and just like latching onto someone and just fucking ripping stuff off. or just like he'll just like shank someone in the gut, just like just getting a violent badass scarecrow is exactly what I want. Although to be fair, in canon, they do gas people before he becomes a giant hook monster.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually wield around a hook, especially because Robert Englund's like 70 something. So that makes more sense though, that it might just be a CGI monster.
That he fights.
That Batman fights, yeah.
And then Hugo Strange kills
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow.
I can just, I'm just imagining Arkham. I love those games. You don't, but like in terms of story structure, I think that's an interesting way to play it, is to escalate it. We built the characters, but now we put them all in danger, and we'll see what happens. This is maybe where we get Catwoman, but there's a lot going on.
I think Catwoman can be saved for a later Batman movie.
Okay. Are we gonna do a marriage plot like Rebirth tried? Like, I don't know if that's gonna work. Like, I kind of like the idea of Batman trying to settle down, but it doesn't make sense that it's with Catwoman, because she's so not about staying put. You know? She's always trying to get the next big score. She's always on the move.
Yeah.
So I think it made sense that she walked out on the wedding at the end of the day.
But then by the time she is ready to settle down, it's like Batman Beyond, kinda. I know we're skipping the third one, but like, yeah, she wants to move on. She wants to. He wants to settle down.
This is for the next trilogy.
Yeah, he wants to settle down, but then she doesn't. But then like.
So he fucks Wonder Woman.
Maybe in the future, when she wants to settle down, he's already too into the whole Batman thing that he doesn't want to settle down either. Because he's still
or he just
young at
fucks
this
Wonder Woman.
Well, he can do that too.
Yeah,
but,
he could.
You know, yeah. Or
Settles down with a god, just casually.
well, that's also he doesn't even, because in the animated series he doesn't even think that could work. Because he's too engrossed in being Batman that he
should retire. We should retire him at a point.
No,
I know this is for later, and we're kind of jumping the gun.
I like the Batman Beyond opening sequence where he realizes that he's unhealthy, but he still keeps going anyways, even if he has a heart attack. But the reason why he changes is because he picks up a gun and uses it, and he's like, that is completely against my code, and my health is getting in the way of my morals, so I should probably stop and just hang up the cape.
Yeah, that's like a darker way to go, but I kind of like the idea where he just gets married and leaves. He lets the Robins take over, or someone else becomes Batman.
But like cranky old man Bruce.
Well, we can still have that. He could be there in like a Teen Titans,
like the cranky old man suit Batman.
Because like I don't know if we're gonna give a lot of characters happy endings.
Yeah. Going
forward, and I feel like he could be one where we do give a happy ending.
But he marries Catwoman, though?
I don't know who he marries, but he marries someone.
So I feel like that's the one guy who wouldn't marry anyone.
Maybe. Well, that's why we're changing it. Because we're allowing him to. Sort of like what Kratos did. You know, they changed up what he did. He became a great dad, but people were mad that he's a dad, even though he still rips people's heads off and shit. People were mad that they changed it, but I think we should change it. So like, he understands that good still needs to be done, but there's a point where he needs to keep himself in a good spot as well. You know, So like maybe he does go through. Like I think he should retire like 50 something.
Well,
So,
yeah.
like, we have like a younger Batman, and we can have a second trilogy. But I think at the end of that second trilogy, he retires.
And gives it to... I would want Damian, because it makes sense, because everyone else already has their own...
Yeah,
Like
Dick
Red
Grayson
Robin
goes to
Red Hood.
Bloodhaven. We have Tim Drake going with the Titans, maybe. Although, it'd be a little weird to have Tim Drake get it with Starfire, because I like that dynamic. So, would it just be Dick Grayson also
Well,
in the Teen
yeah.
Titans?
Yeah,
They're
they're
both there?
Two Robins. Yeah, two Robins.
Okay. But yeah, I just like, yeah,
I mean, wouldn't it be the first time there was two Robins in the Teen Titans?
I guess not.
And he wouldn't even be Robin, he would be Nightwing. And
That's
maybe
true, yeah.
Tim Drake would be Red Robin.
Red Robin.
Yum.
Yum. Okay.
Jason Todd would be established in the other trilogy too, and he'll
So
fucking die.
yeah, we do that arc. We do it all in one movie.
That would be a mess.
No, it could work. Well, I mean, the animated movie did it, and apparently pretty well, and that was like 80 minutes.
But
so.
they didn't do the Death in the Family arc though.
I thought they did.
No,
they showed
didn't.
him getting murdered.
Yeah, they just showed that. They didn't have the first part of the arc. They had the second part, which was Under the Hood.
I think we could do it all in one movie.
But
We just established Jason Todd off screen, then he dies, and then he gets resurrected somehow.
in the Lazarus Pit by
Oh,
Ra's
that's
al Ghul.
cool. And he's an ally of vengeance. Anywho, we're skipping too far. We're gonna go back to the third one.
Yeah.
We gotta go back to the third one. So, I'm thinking Hugo Strange murders Scarecrow because Scarecrow is like trying to. Maybe he has a change of heart, or like he's trying to gas people so they can not be as fearful. But it's fucking stupid because it's fear guy. So maybe he's like gassing them to be slaves. But Hugo Strange thinks the fear should come from like their world crumbling and them not being able to leave like hell itself, basically, which is like Gotham after a bunch of villains invaded. So he kills Scarecrow. And Batman eventually gets to Hugo Strange after like a gauntlet of bad guys
With Robin.
with Robin. We can establish Barbara in this one, but not as Batgirl.
Yeah.
Not as Batgirl. We'll have her as Barbara.
And no Batman. No Batman and Barbara romance. That's kind of weird and disgusting.
Yeah, it's kind of cringe. Not okay. Not okay.
And yeah, he just punches Hugo once and wins.
That's pretty funny. They go the entire 3 hour, maybe 3.5 hour run time just to get to him, and he'll start a monologue, and then it should be Robin. Robin just fucking whips him with his stick and just falls over and
Just stab him.
and they're just like, that'd be like the one comedic moment. Is like after everything, he's just like giving this monologue and then just
Whack him with the fucking stick.
he just falls over and they're just like, no. They're just standing over the body for a second, just, now what? They arrest him or something.
Now you know why they don't use Hugo Strange as a villain, because he can get whacked with a stick in one hit and get knocked unconscious.
But it's funny.
It's true.
No, that's pretty funny. And then we get to see Stephen Yeun be an amazing bad guy.
Yeah, I get whacked with a stick.
I kind of like jacked Hugo Strange. So he should get jacked for the role.
For the role of Hugo Strange.
For the role of Hugo Strange, I went bald and got really ripped. I think that's pretty good. I don't know. There's a lot of missing details there because I kind of want to come to the conclusion of a lot of these characters and introduce a set of new characters for the new trilogy.
Well, yeah.
So like we are ending the stories of Hugo Strange and Crane. We should probably come up with a way to end the story of Harvey Dent, maybe, unless we save him for the next trilogy as a Two-Face.
Yeah,
Two-Face.
We should save Harvey for even more Two-Face in the second trilogy.
Okay. And then the mobsters, like Carmine and Maroni.
Oh yeah, they should just be taken down.
Oh, they're fucking killed.
Sure.
They're just absolutely murdered in this one. All right, now we got to come up with more villains that we use in this one.
But also Gordon and Bullock. I think Bullock should be the commissioner.
Oh, he becomes commissioner? Or like he already was commissioner?
Well, maybe he was in the second one, but he becomes
dead in this one.
Dead.
I like that when people like die, like there's actual stakes. Like we have a personal drama. We're not gonna kill anyone. But in this one, people are fucking murdered. We just get a bunch of bad guys to just murder each other. Because they're criminals. Of course they're going to murder people. You know? Like, even Flamingo murdered Dick Grayson's parents. So, like, I kind of like the idea where they just go absolutely ham. Barbara Gordon. But yeah. Well, I think we should have Killer Croc in this one.
And Professor Pig.
The serial killer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because he escaped from Arkham and they didn't fix him. Which could be another thing for the second part, is Arkham not being able to fix anyone.
Oh, I think we should have Agent Orange, maybe. As like a villain at the start.
At the start? Okay.
That tries to test the gas, and then he fails because they stop him. And then Scarecrow has to go and do it. And then Hugo murders him. I guess. Agent Orang. Orang Stratton.
For the American healthcare system.
Metaphor
and how it's spendy, but they don't fix anything.
Based? That's pretty based. I can't believe they actually have Flamingo on there. That's fucking stupid. Alright, we're not doing that or that. God, oh, that's such a fucking perfect... Anywho, let's see who we have for... No, we'll keep going. Never mind. Back up.
They're just gonna have old people.
Oh, there's some younger-ish people. Younger-ish. Alright. Oh, yeah. Anywho. No. Maybe? I don't know. That'd be pretty fun. Simon Pegg. Hatter. I like Mr. Zaz a lot.
I think it would make sense for this one, yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna have Bane. Because he'd probably just end up being Muscle.
No, save him later for his own
cinematic
universe.
That's a funny pick. Ronald McDonald. I kind of like Deadshot as like a one-off criminal. So we've got like some like one-off criminals, and then we have people like Killer Croc that are just fucking massive. Man-Bat. Oh my god, we need Man-Bat in a movie.
Ventriloquist, we could just have a guy talking with a puppet.
And then boom 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 boom. See that girl, watch that screen, digging the dancing queen. It's a good song. Great white chick. Great white
Michael
chick.
Shannon's been on this list like 3 times already.
Yeah. That's pretty funny, though. Great white shark. We. Huh. Huh. Killer Moth. We need Polka Dot Man in this one. Polka Dot Man. And we'll do one more. And we need a big guy. We need like a fucking massive bro Chad.
Prometheus. He took down the Justice League from the inside, bro. Fucking badass.
Chris Chris Prometheus. Alright, so characters for this one. Killer Croc, Professor Pig, Agent Orange, Mad Hatter, Mr. Zaz, Man-Bat, Ventriloquist, Great White Shark, Killer Moth, Polka Dot Man, Prometheus. Alongside returning bad guys like Flamingo, Kite Man, Calendar Man, and Condiment King from the second one, and then Falcone, Maroni, and Clayface from the first one. Is that plenty of villains? I think that's plenty of villains.
Yeah.
And then also Barbara Gordon will be in this one.
At some point.
Yeah, well, like what should she do?
Just be with Jim.
Oh, for like a cameo, you mean?
She should be with Jim.
Jimbo Gordon. Let's see here. Prometheus.
Chris Evans is an awful choice.
If he wasn't Kang. If he wasn't Kang. Cringe?
Yeah, that is cringe.
That is pretty good. I like this.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Craven. Aaron Taylor Johnson. Aaron Taylor Johnson. Who's Barbara? Barbie girl. Oh my god. Barbara. Yeah, we already have her as Silver Swan. Funnily enough. That's no. Yes. I think we found I love Samara Weaving. I don't know if she's a good choice for this part. I just don't know how old.
And you're ignoring Zendaya?
Yeah, I am ignoring Zendaya. I am just gonna walk right past. Oh my god, can we get Thomasin McKenzie?
Who?
You don't know her? She was in Jojo Rabbit. She was the girl in Jojo
Jewish
Rabbit.
Lady?
Yeah, the Jewish lady.
In the walls?
She was also, in. Yeah, that photo kind of brought that. But she was also in Last Night in Soho.
Oh.
And she was in Power of the Dog for like 2 seconds. No, anything that she shows up in, I'm watching. That's how much of a simp I am.
Simp.
Thomasin. Mackenzie. I'm putting it down. You can't stop me. Where's the funny cat girl? There she found her. Let's see here. That's such a basic choice for Mr. Freeze.
Mark Strong as anything is such a basic choice.
That's very true. That is very true. Mark Strong bald, therefore he do that. Like, okay. Mad Hat. I just think Simon Pegg's a good choice.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg. Simon Pegg. All right, let's see here. Mr. Zaz. I don't think James McAvoy is a great choice. So we're gonna scroll down the list. Michael. Far Cry. Oh, Riz Ahmed is a great choice. But he's a little older. Nice. Next. Imagine reading the script for Morbius and saying, yes. Yeah, yes.
Nah, he saw the paycheck and was like, yes.
Yes. No, but the movie... he was already... Man, stop. Let's see. John Leguizamo. We're doing it. It's John Leguizamo. That's such a bad choice. It's amazing. And we're doing John Leguizamo.
You don't want Vince Vaughn?
That is pretty funny. But I'm thinking John Leguizamo is a... Every single one of these has this. Every single one just has Oscar Isaac, Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey. I think we'll just stick with John Leguizamo.
I think Kevin Spacey is a good pick.
Leguizamo. Alright, let's see. Frick. Killer Croc.
Christopher.
We are. I think he's our Atrocitus.
Oh yeah, he is.
Let me check though.
Well, he can play two people.
2 CGI people.
Yeah.
Oh, we never cast Atrocitus.
Oh, I see.
There you go. He's our Killer Croc. Christopher Judge. 8-minute long speech giver. Christopher Judge.
The largest awards acceptance speech ever?
At the Game Awards. Maybe. Is it? Longest speech ever.
Award acceptance speech. I think it beat it by like 2 minutes.
Longest award acceptance speech. Let's see. The longest awards acceptance speech was Greer Garson at the 1942 Oscars. She spoke for 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
So yeah, Christopher Judge beat it.
By 2.5 minutes.
But the Game Awards isn't that prestigious, so it's not going to count.
Top 10 longest acceptance speeches. Well, I know, like, Grierson. I wish they would actually just give times. 3 minutes. Adrian Brody went on for like 4 minutes when he won. Oh, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, they don't just say a goddamn. One of the lengthiest. Man, I don't know. By and large. So I guess it is the longest award speech ever.
Award acceptance speech.
Okay. Who's Professor Pig?
You get someone really funny like Paul Dano.
John C.
Yeah, John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly. We'll eventually get to the 2003 Oscars. That man was in about 5 minutes of Chicago and got nominated for an Oscar.
That sounds
fucking
like,
ridiculous.
That sounds like Chicago.
Chicago got 13 nominations and was snubbed for like 2 or 3. So, which is fucking insanity. So, like, Jesus fucking... It's too much. It's too much. Who's Man-Bat? Oh, Deadshot.
Yeah.
Do we have Deadshot?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, we could just look at this list.
Oh, okay. Who are we looking for again?
Agent Orange, Man Bat, Ventriloquist, Killer Moth, Polka Dot Man, and Great White Shark. It sucks that Kevin Conroy is the pick that these people have. Maybe it's a bit dated, like before he passed. It's
Yeah,
just
March
kinda...
6th, 2021.
Yeah. I'm glad everyone's in agreement that he would have been a good choice. Michael Keane. Michael Keane. Let's do your mom.
Tim Roth.
Ooh, we should not touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Probably not. Or we could do Keanu Reeves. Or we can do
Joaquin.
this guy, whoever this guy's gonna be.
Eventually. Maybe. I think the internet just died for a second.
Alright, you ready? We're gonna do this. Oops. We're gonna do this guy.
Chris Cooper. Okay. Academy Award winner. Chris Cooper is Man Bat. Okay. Who is Agent Orange?
Let's go to...
Oh, we need Polka Dot. Can we just keep David Dismalchian?
Yeah.
Okay. David Dismalchian. Okay. Who's Killer Moth?
Ben Schwartz.
What?
Ben
What?
Schwartz.
Okay. And again, a lot of these are probably cameos.
Yeah.
Who's the ventriloquist?
Timothy Oliphant.
I like Nicolas Cage.
That's true.
Nicolas Cage. Nick, we know you like superhero movies. Can you do this one role for us? Oh, yeah, sure. Which role is it? You play a ventriloquist who's also a mob boss. Yeah, I remember him pitching that he wanted to be Egghead. So I think that's why he's there.
It's kind of genius. He should be Egghead.
But we don't have Egghead. So that's Adam Sandler. No, that's pretty funny. Okay.
All these are perfect.
Great White Shark. That's the last one we need. Eric Andre again. Eric Andre again.
Bryan Cranston.
Why are there so many Bill Burr? Bill Burr. God damn it. I love it. We're using it. So what is this one called?
I am the
at
Knight.
World's End.
Batman at World's End.
Just like Pirates of the Caribbean. Except it's only one city on the entire planet. At World's End.
Batman Rise of the Living Dead.
No. Batman. Sex in the City. Sex in the City.
Batman the Three Stooges.
No, we need something a little... We have Batman, A Clay to Remember, Batman, World's Greatest Detective, and Batman, The Knight, which is cringe.
Three Knight. With the Knight and the E's with a 3.
So it looks like that.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
It's awful. Batman. The Three Knights. Three Knights. Okay. So, alright. That's an interesting plot, I guess. Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. I do love this poster. Besides the logo, I do like this poster. All the Batman characters I could find.
I don't think they actually even exist.
Half of them?
Yeah. I want to look.
Hush doesn't exist. You're right.
I want to look at the comments, man. What do they have to say?
Oh, okay. Fuck. God damn it. Mr. Blue
This
Sky.
guy has one. Batflick DC Universe. Where is Batman Beyond? What about Mad Monk, one of his supervillains? So how about the Crazy Monk? Maybe one of the first supervillains he's ever faced. He's there. Jesus Christ. How come none of the DC stories have this many roles? Check out Worlds of DC. It's like you people have only heard of 10 actors.
I like this one. That's very true. I'm giving it a like. How do I give it a like? We're gonna like it. It's only ever heard of 10 actors. That's so true, though. It's the same fucking people. It's
There's
just
Agent Orange.
Oh shit!
There's no suggestions.
We're gonna come up with a suggestion right now. All right. Search for a person.
Yes.
It's Freddie Highmore. Vietnam War vet. Freddie Highmore.
It's Freddie Highmore representation.
It's Freddie. Did we cast Agent Orange?
Did we? Well, we need Freddie Highmore then.
That's so awful. Yeah, that's the one we haven't cast yet.
Well, it should be someone old. Like this guy. Vinny Jones.
Vinny Jones.
Get
Who the fuck are half of these people?
You should get Jean-Claude Van Damme so it's also a metaphor for his career.
Jesus. Jean. Oh, wait. How the fuck do I spell that? Claude. Is that 2 N's? No, it's not. Van Damme. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Okay.
And then I think what we're going to do is now we're going to go to here. And we're going to try and find a trending story.
Ooh. There's a topical one.
There's a lot of DC.
There's a topical one.
Yeah. I swear, there's Henry Cavill is #1 for Superman. I'm gonna go a little bit crazy.
Okay. So
like this is like every fan cast I've ever seen, but
it's just Willem Dafoe's joking. Gonna bookmark that for later. Let's see here. Javante. I'm glad people are just understand that this is the choice. I'm glad we're all in agreement on that. Lance Reddick. This is Commander Zababa. This is Commander Zababa. I know it's Zavala, but I say Zabala. This is Zabala. Steven Yeun. The Atom. Ooh. Shazam! Hey, that's our pick. Interesting. Toby Jones. Toby Jones. Billy Zane. Yes. We can have him play multiple people. It's fine. Brainiac. Stop. This is cringe. It's a cringe pick.
Hurry up. Add him. Add the legend himself.
Freddie Highmore. No. No. Maybe. No. No. I'm just trying to raise Freddie Highmore. No. Okay, that's a good pick. No. God, fuck no. Jesus. I kind of like this pick. No. Alright, let's refresh. How high did Freddie Highmore go?
Let's go.
Freddie Highmore!
We need him to be number 1.
We are number 1. I'm just gonna vote no on everyone. We are number 1.
He will be number 1.
We will be number 1. Damn it! We need other people to vote yes for Freddie Highmore. Anywho.
It's a fucking shit pick.
But it's so good! It's so good! Freddie Highmore. Okay. That took forever. But do we like what we did with Batman?
Freddie Highmore, yeah.
Freddie Highmore is Freddie Highmore.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I already have Freddie Highmore cast as a shitty Flash villain.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I kind of like where it went. I love when it escalates. You just think about Freddie Highmore.
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
Freddie Highmore. All right. What we should do? Hunger Games, baby. That's gonna need parental guidance. All right. We're gonna edit the cast. We're gonna edit their lives. So we're gonna.
Just load season 2 or 1 season. Remember?
Oh
We
yeah.
had a season.
Let's do our history. Okay. Proceed. All right. Old.
No.
Holy fuck. What was this? What were we doing? I'm so... We just came up with pussy. Final girl without the other parenthesis. Shredded. Rips Mace out of old man. We did this like 10 times. Holy fuck. Jesus. Glover coming. Boring. It's so good. Red pill. God damn it. I think we made Kino with it. Forest.
Let's go.
Thanks.
Godfrey, no.
Suwallen. Octavia Net Wicked. Gamer Girl Interests.
No.
Damn it. Good. Oh, we kept campaigning for... So, like, at first, Liberal just wouldn't do anything. But then in the latter half, he was fucking going nuts.
Yeah,
He was, like...
pushed around.
Yeah, he was just, like, slaughtering people. He never got to number 1, though. So I'm hoping Liberal can make it to the top. God damn it. Elite Teach. We are number 1.
No, not red pilled.
Hold hands.
Aww.
It's just a castle. Burnvik. Whippy. Elite Teach. Passes out from exhaustion. Oh. Murder zoologist. Barbara Streisand. Let's see here. You're number one. You killed the forest. He smokes cigarettes. That's why. Pushes. Tax evasion.
Jesus.
Whoa, old's going nuts. A lot of people fucking die. Doesn't old have like 2 kills? He does. He's the most kills.
Jeez.
Old's just. I'm going to murder you. You're number one. Damn. It's kind of based. I'm not gonna lie. Not Golden. Blake Golden. Not Golden. Nationalist can't start fire. God damn it. Discovers a cave. Liberal.
Why do we put asexual in front of Glover Cummings?
Oh my god. They hunt for the Barbara Streisand. The stabs. No! Old! Dancer. He dances away to victim. No! Old! The cockin. Did we come up with that? God damn it! Screams for. He murdered an old man who's screaming for his life. See, he's hunting for blood. Oh, talk about the. Damn it! I was hoping he was just gonna fucking hunt people. No one dies. Where's deaths? Damn it! Quietly hums. Something's happening. We're gonna get to some insanity. I don't think I've ever gotten to day 10 on here. I think everyone's dead in at least like 8 days.
Yeah.
Is unable to convince to not kill her. An entire castle murdered someone. Bleeds out due to untreated.
No, white supremacy.
The premise is white supremacy. Wait, the castle died. What the fuck? Okay. Tries to treat her infection. Tries to treat her infection.
Look at this this 5-pack.
Oh my.
Jesus.
Liberal, shredded, dancer, wimpy kid, and gamer girl. Attempts to climb a tree. But
No,
falls on
Glover
blank.
Cummings is dead.
glove asexual. So, whoa! Bussiness sets off an explosive. Okay, there's a lot here. Barbara, Liberal, and this start fighting, but he runs away and she kills him.
No, not Wimpy Kid.
I know. It's a damn shame. Construct shack. Dum bum 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 bum.
Oh, fuck. Liberal's getting angry.
And falls into a liberal. Whoa! What the fuck? Jesus.
Jesus.
Can't.
He really doesn't want to pay his taxes.
No, tax him. He's like, you'll never get me alive. So it's not. He's just not go. Oh. Jesus. Sprains it. Discovers shredded. Jesus. Liberal. No, not liberal. How many people do... Oh, there's only like 4 people. Terry. God damn it. Come on.
Barbara Streisand and Terry?
Matchup of the century.
Who do you think is going to win now?
Well, after tax evader dies. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Dancer wins.
It's so funny that
He just holds the head of Terry.
Oh my god. How far did they go? 2 kills. I kind of wanted Liberal to win. Ah, well. Anywho, goodbye.